Hello, my sweet little one. Are you ready for a wonderful story? Tonight, I'm going to tell you about the wind and the sun and their big contest. This is a special tale about how being kind is much better than being mean. So snuggle up close and get comfortable. Let's begin our magical adventure together. Once upon a time, sweetie, high up in the beautiful blue sky lived two very different friends. There was the sun, with his warm, golden face and the kindest smile you've ever seen. And there was the wind, who loved to whoosh and swirl all around the clouds. Now, honey, these two friends were about to have quite an adventure together. One morning, the wind puffed up his cloudy chest and said proudly, "I am the strongest one in the whole sky. I can blow trees and move ships." But the sun just smiled gently and replied, "Oh, my friend, I think being kind and warm is much more powerful than being rough." Can you imagine? They couldn't agree at all. Just then, they spotted a traveler walking down the road below. He was wearing a thick, cozy coat. "I have an idea," said the wind excitedly. "Let's have a contest. Whoever can make that man take off his coat first wins." The sun nodded thoughtfully. "All right, my friend, but you go first." And guess what happened next? The wind took a deep breath and began to blow. Whoosh! He sent leaves flying everywhere and made the trees bend way over. The poor traveler felt the cold wind pushing him around. But you know what? Instead of taking his coat off, he pulled it tighter around himself. "Brr," said the man, buttoning up even more buttons. The wind got frustrated and blew even harder. Whoosh! Whoosh! He made such a big storm that dust swirled everywhere. But the harder he blew, the tighter the traveler held his coat. The man even put up his hood. "This isn't working," huffed the wind, feeling very tired. "Your turn, sun," he said with a big sigh. Now it was the sun's turn, and do you know what he did? Instead of being rough like the wind, he smiled his warmest smile and began to shine gently. His golden rays felt so nice and cozy. The traveler stopped shivering and started to feel wonderfully warm. "Ah, how lovely," said the man, and he began to unbutton his coat. The sun kept shining his gentle, warm light, and it felt just like the coziest hug. The traveler felt so comfortable that he took off his coat completely and sat down under a nice, shady tree to rest. "What a beautiful day," he said happily. The sun had won the contest. But you know what the best part was, sweetie? The wind learned something very important that day. "You were right, son," he said softly. "Being gentle and kind works so much better than being rough and forceful. I'm sorry I was so pushy." The sun smiled warmly. "That's okay, my friend. We both learned something today. Now we can work together to make beautiful weather." And they became the very best of friends. And so, my little one, remember what the sun taught us today. Being kind and gentle is always stronger than being mean or forceful. When we're patient and caring with others, we can accomplish wonderful things. Just like the sun's warm rays, your kindness can make everyone around you feel happy and loved. Now close your eyes and dream sweet dreams, my darling. And that, my sweet child, is the end of our story. What a wonderful adventure we've had together. Remember, being gentle and kind works better than being mean or forceful. This story teaches us something very important about kindness is stronger than force. Did you enjoy our story time? I hope it filled your heart with joy and wonder. Sweet dreams, little one, and remember, you are loved more than all the stars in the sky.